We're going to talk about Operation Safe Week, and we're going to watch a dash cam video of why I always preach that you should always have an out. Hello, welcome to a Safety Update with Sam. I, of course, am Sam, Safety Supervisor for the Myborg companies, Myborg, Silver Arrow, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching this episode. I truly appreciate it. I know I say that all the time, but I really do. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy day, because I know you only have so many hours in the day and you're choosing to spend the next couple minutes with me. Thank you very much. I hope what I do is informational and entertaining and is worth your time. I really do. I try to make these like that so that you're not wasting your time, I'm not wasting my time, that we're all getting something out of this. So thank you very much for watching and paying attention. Now, one thing that we need to talk about real quick here is the CVSA has put out for the July 7th through the 13th, I want to say, they're doing what they're calling Operation Safe Driver Week. And basically what they're going to be doing is they're going to be paying attention to the semi-trucks on the road and making sure that they're driving in a safe manner. Now, I know you might be saying, isn't that what they always do? And the answer is yes, but they're going to have extra enforcement out there. It's just kind of like the Blitz weeks, okay? Except they're not looking for any sort of mechanical issues this week. They're looking for driver behavior. Are you following too close? Are you speeding? Are you on your cell phone? Are you drunk? Just things like that. Now, this shouldn't really panic any of you out there, because you should be abiding by all those rules anyways. But I just want to give you guys a heads up that there's going to be extra DOT officers out there this week. They're going to be watching for unsafe behavior. So make sure that you are leaving the gaps in between, or from the truck or car in front of you. And okay, some of you have asked me about this too, and I just want to kind of clarify. I understand that there's multiple times when you are leaving a safe following distance and then a car just kind of zooms in, then you get hit with the too close following thing. Keep in mind, one of my responsibilities as a safety supervisor is to monitor dash cam footage. And so when you get an alarm like that, if you get like a stop sign violation, following too close, hard braking, things like that, I get an email sent directly to me saying, hey, so-and-so had a close following issue, here's the video to that event. And I go and watch that. I know that might seem kind of tedious or whatever, but I watch every bit of dash cam that comes through my email system. And there's even some that, like on a lower severity, that they don't send out an email for, but I can go into the system and watch it. And a lot of times I do, just because I want to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. So I understand the close following one gets a little bit annoying, just because you are typically leaving that distance and cars will jet in front of you, and even other semi-trucks, which I don't know what they're doing some of the times, but I know that they go in front of you. So I do watch all that. So I don't want you to panic going, oh man, I got all these, dings on me. It's like, no, I go through and then I make notes in my system and what happened, and if there is some correcting that needs to happen, that's when you get the phone call or the text from me saying, hey, saw that, you should probably not do that anymore. So just keep that in mind as well. But again, they're watching for any sort of unsafe driving behavior, speeding, close following, stop sign. They're watching for all that right now, okay, this whole week. But again, none of this should really matter to you, because you all should be driving in a safe manner anyway. So, but I just want to give you the heads up. The CVSA will be out there keeping an eye on you guys. So watch your speeds. You should be anyways, but during this week especially, watch your speeds, because they're not going to be lenient on you. And again, some of you have asked this question, and we'll address it as well. If you get pulled over for something and you get an inspection and the officer writes you up for a violation, but they said, don't worry about it, this is just a warning. That doesn't matter, okay? That means you're not going to have to pay a fine, but it will go against the CSA score, and it will go against your score as well. So even a warning is a violation, okay? So just keep that in mind as well, going, whew, got away with the warning. No, you didn't. You got a warning, but you also have a violation. So keep that in mind. So watch your speed, okay? Watch your following distances. just make sure you're keeping an eye out for everything, because again, they're going to be watching for you guys. Okay, don't be drunk, don't be on drugs. I shouldn't have to say that, but I'm going to, just so you say, hey, you never said I couldn't be drunk. Okay, so I'm saying it right now. Okay, don't have any open containers in your truck. Again, these are things that you shouldn't have anyways, but I just want to make sure that you are covered. Okay, so keep an eye out for it. Watch your speeds. Be a good driver this week. Be a good driver every week, but especially this week. Okay, so keep that in mind out there for the CVSA. Now we are going to watch a dash cam video, and before we do, I just want to say something here real quick. Thank you very much. Okay, when I first started this safety update, I had a lot of footage that I could use, okay, to go on this dash cam stuff of things that maybe we shouldn't be doing or other stuff. I just had a lot of examples that I could kind of pick and choose from. I gotta say, my example by unused video footage file is getting alarmingly small, which means that we're not doing crazy stuff out there. We're not doing hard brakes. We're not doing, near collision type stuff. So thank you very much, okay? I would like it to get to the point where I don't have any options for dash cam video, and we just wrap these things up at the 6-minute mark and I say, see you later. But keep it up, okay? Thank you very much. You guys are doing a great job out there as far as like manning your equipment, making sure everything's good. And again, my folder for unused dash cam is getting small. Okay, I don't have many examples left, other than some guys will say, "Hey, look at what happened to me at this mark," and then I'll go out and find it. So, thank you very much. But today, let's go watch this dash cam video of why I always preach why you should have an out. Okay, here we are in an interstate system. Again, I don't know what state we're in, but it looks to be somewhat flat. Maybe Nebraska. I don't know. We don't go to Nebraska that often. It's probably Arizona for all I know, but whatever. But we're on the interstate system, and let's just take a quick peek at what happens here. We're driving along, and the traffic is stopped. Okay. Like stopped. Like, thank God that this driver was paying attention and was able to notice that this traffic was stopped. And if you notice, we weren't the only ones that kind of got caught off guard with this traffic as well. If you look at that pickup truck on the right, he's not sure if he's stopping either, because, I mean, we come to a stop. Now, we do have disc brakes all the way around on everything, but it still doesn't mean we can stop on a dime. It means we would have slowed down even further up the shoulder, but we still need that. So again, I preach a lot of things a lot, and you might be kind of sick and tired of hearing them, but you know what? I don't care. This is my job, is to make sure that we're mitigating risk, okay? Make sure that we're identifying situations and then knowing what we're going to do in certain situations. So for something like this, we're driving along, and we've got plenty of distance in between us and the guy in front of us. But when that traffic is at a dead stop, even when you're on the brakes, which this driver was, because again, I have data that I can see that we don't put on here. I can see when he hits the brakes and whatnot. I know that he hit the brakes and he still didn't have enough time because that traffic was at a standstill. Again, you don't want to slam on the brakes, because then you could have issues with your trailer and all that kind of stuff if you just hammer on them. So this driver did good. He slowed down, and he knew that he had enough space on the left. Now, it's a little scary because you got that nice concrete barrier there, but he knew that he had a little space. So he got over, and you could see some of the cars were like, holy mackerel. I wish I could be in those cars and be like just driving along, and all of a sudden there's a semi truck on your left-hand side. Maybe that'll kind of wake these cars up too a little bit. I know it wasn't these people per se, but these cars, when they're having these merges and they're stopping to let someone in, or whatever, when these cars are making their stupid decisions, this is a video I want them to see. Like, hey, because you slowed down, people behind you slowed down, then traffic came to a stop, and then we almost had, if our driver wasn't paying attention, we would have had a tragic accident, really. So if I wish I could show this video to cars, but you guys always got to have an out. Okay, you always got to know what's around you. Now, we had a shoulder here, but if in city traffic, you got to know who's in the lanes next to you, so that if you come up on a situation like this, you can jet over and get out of the way. Because again, if he didn't have it out and he panicked, if this driver panicked and said, I don't know where to go, and he just hits the back of the vehicle in front of him, that would have been horrible. That would have caused a multi-car collision, possibly injuries, maybe even possibly some death. Okay, and that's just something we don't need, we don't want. And so good job to this driver for getting out of the way, slowing it down on the shoulder, and then he eventually merged back in and went on his way. So anyways, always have an out, okay? Always know your surroundings so that when you come up on situations like this, it's not an if, but when you come up on situations like this, you'll know what you're gonna do. Always be thinking out there, if something happens, what am I gonna do? If you've ever ridden a motorcycle, that's one of the first things they teach you is always know what you're going to do. Always assume that these people around you are going to make terrible decisions, because guess what? They usually do. Always have an idea of what you're going to do. Know your surroundings, know what you're going to do, and you can drive away from kind of scary situations like this one and get on your way. So anyways, that's what I got this week. If you have questions, comments, concerns, whatever, just let me know, okay? All my contact information is at the bottom. If you've been in a situation like this, how'd you handle it? What did you do differently, or did you do the same thing? I'd like to hear from you guys. So, as always, keep doing what you're doing. Again, my video selection is dwindling. Keep that up. Let's get it to 0, okay? And let's just watch videos of other cars doing stupid stuff, right? And we're just bystanders in the background. So anyways, but because of this stuff, this is why I always say at the end of the videos, make sure that you drive safe.